Hello everyone. Today I got something special for you. I want to take a look at Hatchet, the very first one, and how Anchor Bay promoted it. Now, I already talked about Hatchet before, but I really feel like this was the main release from Anchor Bay back in the day. I mean, they promoted it as this brand new slasher, totally original, and they were really pushing it. First of all, I got this really cool newspaper promo. Look at this. Anchor Bay Tribune. Oh, volume 2 now. I wonder what's volume 1. Um, so this was from Festival of Fear, it says, released in August '07, and then the movie came out in September '07. Like, this is so cool. Massacre in the Swamp, Victor Crowley lives. Like, imagine this. If you knew nothing about the movie, and you were this festival, and you would have gotten this thing, like, wouldn't you just want to watch the movie? Because this really sells you. I mean, they got an insert from Rumork, number 71, it says, like, just an article about the movie itself, and then they got this little thing about the events of the movie, basically written like a newspaper story. Like, these folks went to the swamp too and they never returned. And also got a Q&A with director Adam Green, who is a really cool guy. Like, he's a horror fan. I really like him. And Hatchet, like, you really, when you read this, you really feel like, man, this new slasher coming out from the guy who loves slashers. Like, it's so cool. And on the back, this is my favorite thing. So, like, Anchor Bay did this poster. So it's not a remake, not a sequel, and it's not based on Japanese one. Like, this sells me right away. I mean, you gotta realize, Hatchet came out in 2000s when the remakes were everywhere. The horror remakes, they were the main thing. And seeing a truly original movie, it was an event. Like, I'm sold on this. Like, old school American horror. Stay out of the swamp. Like, this, look at this. Like, you got to see this movie if you see this promo. And let's see, we got here in movie ads for Voodoo Shop, Swamp Tours, Mardi Gras Party, and you can actually email one of the characters from the movie. Like, I wonder what would have been the response. Like, would you win anything? And the next thing here, I mean, Behind the Mask is a cool movie in itself, but imagine this. So you get the movie, and then in here you got a promo for the next Anchor Bay movie, Hatchet. You got a sneak peek disc. So this one has a Phantasm trailer. It has a short scene from Hatchet itself, and it has Adam Green talking about making the movie with some of the clips of behind the scenes. Like, and it's so cool the way he talks about, like, again, you watch this disc and just, oh, like, this is so cool. Like, this guy, he really loves horror. He's been wanting to make this for 20 years. Like, you gotta watch the movie once you watch it. And I will include some of the clips at the end of this video from this disc. But man, like, it gets you so excited. And then, of course, they released the movie itself. Now it says, so theatrical September '07, but it was a limited release. Most of the people saw it on DVD, and this was in December '07, I'm pretty sure. And of course, it says unrated. I mean, what's a DVD in 2000 without the word unrated? It was everywhere, all those unrated DVDs. And then again, Hatchet, old school American horror, unrated, next icon of horror. Like, of course, you gotta watch it. Like, because imagine this, you build up, you read this promo newspapers, you watch the sneak peeks, you watch the trailers, and then you get this. Now, speaking of, I think Anchor Bay actually released like a trailer compilation disc, which included the Hatchet trailer as well. So it was like all the movies, and then it was the Hatchet trailer as well as that. So if you haven't seen the trailer before, you can get that sampler as well. And then on the DVD itself, we do have a making of Hatchet, which does have, I think, the same footage from disc on here. You got Meeting Victor Crowley, Guts and Gore, Another Buffy Kill, Twisted Tail, Gag Reel, and the trailer. Like, man, when you buy this, it's amazing. Like, this was the culmination of the whole hype. Like, I really appreciate how Anchor Bay went out with this. Amongst the greatest slasher flicks of all time. Now, the movie itself. I think it's kind of gotten some heat in recently. People saying it's too goofy, too comedic. It doesn't really feel like a classic slasher. And okay, it doesn't. I mean, the golden age of slashers, like, they weren't really comedic. But you know what? I still appreciate Hatchet. It's not a masterpiece, but first of all, the comedy works. Like, it is a funny movie. It's the funniest in the franchise. Like, the sequels, they're not as entertaining, but the first one is still hilarious. And the guy is really cool. Victor Crowley himself is great. The characters are funny. Like I have fun with this movie. Yes, it probably not an actual old school American horror, but for the time, like it felt like a fresh new movie. I mean, '07. What did we get? A Halloween remake, Hills Have Eyes 2. Uh, was it the Omen remake? Maybe, no, maybe the Omen remake was before. But anyway, yeah, all this like remakes and sequels, and then when you do have an original movie, I give Anchor Bay props. Like the marketing was brilliant. Like utilize that idea that only remakes and sequels are coming out, and you bam, you put out an original movie. Kind of feels like we don't really have this marketing now because sequels. I mean, no, we do have original movies coming out, but the marketing is kind of not really as elaborate these days. Like Anchor Bay was really pushing it, and I give them mad props for this.
Lucky enough to have an older brother who exposed me to all of this stuff when I was far too young. And Hatchet actually comes from a ghost story that I made up when I was just 8 years old. Here I am actually making the movie. I'm gonna let you guys scream a little bit longer this time before the shovel hit. Okay, lock it up for picture. And let quiet. Roll sound. Rolling. You could have told me back then that I'd be making this movie with all of my favorite horror icons, I would have thought that they were crazy. That sort of put their stamp of approval on what I was trying to do and kind of bringing the slasher film back around. What I tried to do with Hatchet was make it sort of a roller coaster ride where you're laughing and then you're screaming, and it's not just a body count. So I tried to introduce these sort of fun characters that you actually like and care about. And isn't there a faster way we can do this? No, she doesn't want to walk. Everybody and I, we're constantly laughing and having fun. And I think that really translated into the movie. Like when you watch it, you're really there with us, and you can tell how much. I can't wait for people to meet Victor Crowley and see what's been sitting in my head for about 20 years waiting to make this movie. And it's the time is finally here to unveil it for everybody, and I just think people are gonna have a blast with this.